Welcome to our very first tarot card deep dive, and we're starting with card 0, which is the Fool. And this card has no number, it's 0. So it can be at the beginning of your deck and it can be at the end of your deck. And actually, before we even get started, excuse me, we have a couple of tips for you if you don't know this already. This is kind of like a nice um lesson in how to care for your deck. So um I like to reset the energy of my tarot cards, including all my oracle cards as well, by putting them in order, and then I can reset them. And I put them upright and in order, and I put the Fool usually at the very beginning, so as the first card for me. And then sometimes I'll use smoke from sage or whatever I'm burning, or I'll set them in the moonlight and the sunlight and do a cleanse that way. Stacey, do you have any ways that you keep your decks clear?
I do all the same. I don't always keep my decks in order. I
Okay.
put my decks in order when I need to clear them. I don't let other
Yeah.
people touch my decks, including my kids. I have other decks that my kids can play with and stuff that are more friendly, but
Mhm.
my personal decks that I use are mine in private. And I keep it wrapped. I keep it wrapped with like a cloth or a scarf. My terror decks.
Yeah,
My
me too.
other decks, I have a lot of them, like a whole library of them. And so I don't keep those the same way because they're not a tool that I'm using personally for me all the time, like I do my tarot decks.
Yeah, and I do too. I like to keep mine covered, but recently, sorry, excuse me, I have a cold. We've been pulling them out. My husband and I have been using them so much that literally I just carry them around with me wherever I'm at. My home office, my bedroom, wherever I'm at, my sacred space, I just have them all the time. And I've been
Yes.
pulling a card a day. So we're going to start today with the Fool, which is, I know you probably can't see this at the top of your screen, but the Fool.
Here,
The
let's
zero.
stop sharing the screen for a minute.
Okay, the 0 card. So in the Rider weight deck that I have and that Stacy has, that's what it looks like. There's many different types of tarot decks that depict the Fool, and this is just the one that we
And
both
this one
share.
actually is not. This is
What is that one?
well, it's the albino Wyatt, so I guess it's still,
Yeah, it's loosely based on it.
yeah, it's
Yes, I
still,
think all the
but
pictures are the same.
my deck is this one is from the 1960s.
Yeah, and mine's from the 70s, I believe. And so that's the deck that I prefer. I prefer when I do my tarot. And then do you want to pull up the screen? So we're going to start
Yeah.
with the Fool as you pull it and the meanings for it in the upright position. Now, I love this card. I like pulling this card reversed or upright because personally I think it's a very positive card either way. And upright, it's indicating new beginnings, happy-go-lucky. This is a young person setting out on their own for the first time, and they're excited and adventurous and courageous and ready to tackle and to have all the fun life experiences that they're expecting. So I love this card. It also, depicts them not knowing exactly where they're going, but there is a path ahead and they just follow it. Um, Having this upright, for instance, in your love or romance would be new beginnings, maybe a new relationship, maybe even having a deeper connection with your inner self and your adventurous side and your spontaneity and getting to that part of you. If you're pulling this card for career money, it is good for kind of giving you that God wink that says go ahead and do the endeavor that you have set out in your mind to do. So whether it's a new job or you want to go back to school and learn a new trade or start a business, this card is saying this is now the time to do that. It's a major arcana card. And so the major arcana cards are archetypes. And these archetypes are found in humanity and in our lives. And the Fool is that archetype of the, Fool, it can be denoted as something negative, that word, but it's not a negative word. In this case, it's just somebody who is ready to embrace their life and their future and have fun and enjoy the journey of it. So when you pull the card and you're on a new journey in life, or you pull it, you want to make a big decision in your life and it's upright, it's a good sign to do the big decision, to start taking steps. You want to add to that?
Yeah, I think if you're also using it to like represent someone, so if you're pulling a card to represent the first person, I mean, a fool can represent like very childlike spirit. They're in the beginning of their journey. I think of this like the maiden or the knight, it is really the person who is like 18, just graduated high school and has all of life ahead of them, right?
Very
And
naive and yes.
yeah.
Mhm.
And I've always been told, that they're the ones who take us on the journey. So on the journey of the tarot deck, it is the fool's journey. We're on the fool's journey. We all agreed to come here, and we lose our sense of all existence before we come, right, as little babies. And we lose all memory and sight. And so we come and we're fools. We start as a fool. And so we go through our journey. Um, to our own majesty, right?
Mhm.
So, yeah.
Yeah,
Do you want
very
me to put
good.
this back up?
Sure. So then we'll head into the reversed meanings. So, as with most
Oh, wait,
cards,
hold on just a minute.
what's that?
So, in astrology, also, it's Uranus and sudden change, and it can represent freedom as well. And embarking on new things. So
Mm,
I kind of see it that way, like embarking on something new or excited about a new thing. If you pull this and someone's questioning a yes or a no, that's usually a go, like go for it. Um, this has got really good energy and juju to it. It's not a card that we see and we're like, oh no, I'm concerned. Yeah.
right. There's
Okay.
no fear with this card,
Yeah.
upright. So the opposite of that, going from the fear for no having courage to take the leap of faith and say yes to whatever God is giving us or our divine is giving us. The reverse would be having fear about the future, having fear about the path, and
Wait, can
um
we take a step back really quick? What does it mean to be reversed?
to be upside down.
Okay. So
Yeah.
when I'm pulling a card and it pulls
Mhm.
upside down,
Mhm. Oh,
um,
it's always when you pull your card. Oh, this is how I see it and how I always do it. So I'm pulling a card and I do this. Stacy has a different method. I'll pull a card. Sometimes people will pick it out if it's a deck that I'm sharing. And then when they place it down in front of them, then if it's, in this direction in front of them,
mhm,
that's upside down, reversed.
yeah.
If it's yes. So that's how I do it. So for you, how do you do it?
So I used to pull cards where I would lay them out and I would feel the energy
Yeah.
and I could feel the
Mhm.
energy in my little pinky. And
Mhm.
that's how I used to do cards when I first started, just because I was always the kind of person who would like take a book and open it and like read it where I was supposed to read it kind of
That's
thing.
what I do too. I still do that.
And so
I still do that.
I felt like my little pinky would like give me the best result. Like I could feel the energy the
That was
most
your
when I
magic
first started
pinky.
out. Just
Hmm.
my little pinky.
I
My little
love
pinky.
it.
Woo. And then now I actually have a practice where I pray over my cards while I'm doing it and I pray over them and I will shuffle my cards and usually I will end up with like one card. It'll be the last card and I'll
Mhm.
pull it out and I'll know this would be uprising and then if I pull it up like this, then that would be an upside
And
down.
that's another thing. So you'll if you haven't pulled any oracle or tarot cards in the past, you'll develop your way and your intuition. So for me, sometimes I'll be working with say I'm working with somebody. I have a special way that I connect into their energy. Um, and then I begin my process of shuffling my deck. And I always shuffle my deck, but I always do three. I don't know, three or six or nine. Like that's just
Mm.
always what I do.
Yeah.
And then am called like top, bottom, middle. So it'll just
Yes.
say it in my head and I trust it. And then I'll say, okay, top. And then it'll say flip it back or flip it side. So I'll hear that and I'll flip it side. Well, flipping it side is upright. But if I
Hmm.
were to flip it back, it would have been reversed. So I follow the prompts that come to me.
I do
And
the same.
And you just kind of get clearer and clearer, and the message comes through, and then you just trust it and you roll with it. Like, and nothing is bad in this deck. Like, you're gonna get the devil, you're gonna get the tower, you're gonna get all these cards. No, no, no fear. No fear. It's all, and our future is not set in stone. I mean, this is just probabilities anyways, but they're archetypes. They're little subtle energies that you can open your awareness to, so that when they pop up in the moment and you've done a reading and you've saw the subtle energies in front of you, the cards, and you got your three cards in front of you, and the one that says your future is the Fool, say for instance, it's the Fool and it's upright, and you're like, yes, I have been planning this business endeavor for a year, and I think I'm ready, I'm fully trained, I'm ready to do this. um then you will have more synchronicities that come with that energy of excitement, and not knowing exactly what you're doing and fumbling around because you've forgotten on the other side all the gifts that we have, but you're okay with that because you know they'll come along the way. So it's subtle. It's subtle, and it's not going to be like, oh, I got the devil in my life or death, I'm going to die. No, it's not that. So take the fear out of it. I think a lot of people look at the cards and they do have fear, and they think it's written in stone, but it's not. You'll be okay. Every card
It's
you get will be positive.
it's also good, since we're going to be doing this every week,
Yeah.
to spend the week with a card. Like, spend this week with the Fool and see what the Fool has to say to you, right?
Mhm.
Positives and negatives. If you have triggers by it, or you feel negative by it, or you have any kind of things that you're feeling, write those things down and look at them. I mean,
Mhm.
is it coming from the way you grew up? Is it coming from a belief you had? Like, I,
Mhm.
used to have all kinds of thoughts about things. And so, just being able to know that when you are playing with these kinds of things, you're playing with things that are for you, and you're playing with things that are in your energetic field. And so you're just really getting information. It's not, oh my God, I'm going to die tomorrow.
Yes, it's really not. And yes, and I think a lot of people are scared of these cards because they're so taboo, and there's so many stigmas around the tarot deck, because it's like, a lot of people have just been conditioned to think that it's like a black magic, or it's a darker kind of magic.
Hmm.
It's really
Yeah.
not. You're just,
Religions told us it's not okay to do,
yes,
but
it's
you're just
fun. Make it
spending
fun.
time in the archetype. You're
That's
learning,
it.
right? And when you
Yes.
spend a week, when you spend each week with the card, right? Then you're able to become a master reader, because now you're able to look at your deck and understand what's coming out in front of you, because you've spent time with each of the cards and you
Mhm.
understand what they look like. I would say one more thing before we move into that last piece of the upside down one is, it's a good thing to take your deck out and spread it out.
Yeah.
Spread it out on your desk so that you can see all the colors of it and explore it. Like, move the things around, see where the yellow's yellow and see where the green is green in the background. See where the background's changing different colors, and explore what kind of things are going on in the cards, and really get to know the pictures and the things that are on here. So, before we move on to the upside down, let's talk about that really quick, the pictures of the Fool. So, he's got the sun
Mhm.
above him, he's got yellow sunshine behind
Mhm.
him. He has a
Yeah,
plant here. He's ready to plant abundance in life, right? But he's also like on his way somewhere and on to something.
mhm. Yep, and he's carrying his meager belongings in a little bag like a hobo would, because he isn't worried about material things. That's the least of his worry. Those are just his essential needs, and everything he needs, he knows is on the path.
Yeah. And
So he's very knowing.
fool's not masculine or feminine. It's that balance of both. And then you've also got like the mountain underneath,
The
he's got
water.
like
Hmm.
water. So there's all the elements in there. You even see the animal over here, the dog, who's like, yay, let's go on this fun adventure. It's gonna be so
Hmm.
amazing.
Yeah, and I
Um,
like to I like to see the water as like the part that may push him towards the other archetypes, because water has a way to push you around too, and the earth is not smooth. The path is not smooth. It looks like he climbed a mountain to get to this peak, so obviously he's taking a trip, on like a trip that's actually pushing him, even though
mhm.
he still has that smile on his face and he's just having the time of his life.
willing to take adventures, not
Yeah,
afraid to go for it and get lost along the way.
right.
And then the last thing would be the outfits. So the outfits change, and you can see that this one's really bright and
Yeah,
colorful, using
yeah.
colorful colors. There's stars, almost like
Mhm.
pentagrams on it.
Mine's
There's
true.
fire in there and water. And the flower that he's holding is actually like a white
Yeah, it
flower.
sure is.
Um,
Purity and innocence, naivety. Yep.
yeah. So,
Hmm.
there's lots of things that you can get just from looking at it if you know nothing else about it. So, really getting to know that piece of it helps you be able to understand what it is that you're seeing as you learn more and more. So, okay,
So
so
that's
tell us about the
but
full.
we so what
Oh,
every
yes.
time we do a card every week, if you want to join along with us, yeah, take the card, put it in a stand. I have this stand that we make these and
Mm-hmm.
we offer these. It's something you could buy from us. But anyways, you put it in a stand and you put it by your bedside. You can put it under your pillow. Just really embody it because you will learn more. The tarot is not cut and dry. There's many layers to it.
Yeah.
And there are experts who are will blow your mind because then you didn't notice and they're telling you things that they notice and then they relate it to your life and you're like, "Oh my gosh, that's so amazing." But then you will begin to do that too, the more you practice.
Mm-hmm.
And practice with your friends. Yeah, practice with people you know. Have fun with it. Okay, reversed.
It's
So,
also okay to tell
yeah.
them that you're practicing and having fun with it.
Yeah.
I did a tarot notebook the first time that I started learning, and I drew each of the cards, and then I
Mhm.
would write the things that I learned about the card on there, and that kind of just became
That's a
my
good
like little
idea.
book. And I would use that
Mhm.
when I was doing readings for my friends, and they didn't care; they were just enjoying the ride. So
Yeah, that's a really good idea actually to draw it. I like that.
yeah, it just really helps you embody and feel it. All right,
Mhm.
so what are we talking about when we're talking about this little guy upside down?
So, upright, he's loves life. Reverse, he has fear. So love and fear, they're two sides of the same coin. Um, he is maybe afraid that the path won't be shown to him, that he's taking the wrong path, that um uh he's afraid of what's to come, of the unknown. He's also um he's also not only afraid, but he's like um kind of brash and kind of impulsive. Like he is a fool. So this is that other side of the fool, the side that's impulsive and doesn't think before he does things and takes risks that he shouldn't be taking and kind of knows it too. He knows you we know when we're taking risks we shouldn't and we haven't thought them through or we also know when we're living in fear and not taking any steps forward. And so this card in terms of like having balance is saying, the fool is a very extroverted person, the outward person going forward and upright. But in on the flip side, it's like, don't be so extroverted right now. Go internally and do some that internal work and introspection to find those pieces of you um that you need to incorporate so that you can have a more playful, joyful journey. And it also may be like with a business endeavor or move or relationship that you don't have enough information, that you don't have enough training or skill set isn't quite there yet to make the idea happen. It's the wrong timing. It's really a timing card, the time is not right. So that would be for love and finances and career. Spiritually, that's going in and learning more about yourself and obliterating some of your limiting beliefs. That's that piece. Do you have any to add?
No, I love that. That was perfect. I do see
Okay.
it sometimes as, like if I was having someone and they're asking a specific question and I pull it out and it's this, and I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, there's a lot of excitement. It's a new path. There's a lot of change coming. This is like good things,
Support.
right?
Mm-hmm.
But if I were to call it and pull it like this, I might tell them if they were like, "Oh, I'm not sure. I'm really questioning. I really need to know,
Mm-hmm.
Stacey. What do you think?" At this point, then I would be like, "Oh, it's probably a wait. It's a wait. It's not a no. It's not a yes. But it's a
Yep.
look further." let's
Right.
look more into it, right? So if I were to look more into it, then that's when I might pull like whatever my next card is. If you've
Hmm.
seen Jamie and I do any kind of cards, Wheel of Fortune, you might have seen that, sometimes we're going to give some information about a card, and then we're going to pull a second card where we're like, yep, that reaffirms this, or that tells me that this is going to take it in this direction. Or so, that's why oftentimes we don't pull just the one card. But if I
Hmm.
were to pull this for the day, I
Hmm.
might think, oh, I'm going to have a joyous, fun-filled day with my kids, or like
Hmm.
I'm going to be doing something, or maybe I need to go jump in the pool.
It
Maybe I'm
reminds you
doing
to be
too much.
playful.
Maybe I'm doing
Hmm.
too much sidelines. I'm
Yep.
sitting on the pool too much and being boring and lazy and
Yeah.
working, and now I
Be
need to be some
spontaneous.
fun and yeah,
Hmm.
bring in some joy and love and happiness.
Hmm.
So, yeah,
Yes, very good. Yeah.
I think that's good. Do we have anything else to add about the
No,
pool?
I think that we covered it all. And probably going forward, if you're jumping into our membership and getting the tarot card, you can start anywhere in the videos that we have. Every week we'll come in and add another one. So just jump in wherever you want to. You don't have to start anywhere. You just start wherever you want to. And we'll give
Yep.
you tips along the way. So, and
Yay.
ask us any questions you have, and we will do our best to get you answered.
Okay, okay. Thank you for being with us on Temple Tuesday, and we look forward to seeing you next week.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.